welcome. We're doing another episode of Minecraft, our daily Minecraft exploration, having a lot of fun together. And what you might recognize behind me is the kelp farm that we built on stream yesterday. Though this is the preliminary version that I built in my testing world. Ooh. So today I'm actually going to be working on trying to figure out how to get an auto-smelter with a water pipeline working. I've got a few ideas. I think I have some idea what I'm going to do. So what we're going to do is let's go ahead and get started and get into building today. Alright, so I think the first thing we want to do is, because, frame lag is obvious, it's a little jittery. Let's go ahead and, since nothing else is going on, we're going to go ahead and turn full screen back on because, oh my god. Wanted to do my introduction in windowed mode as before, because last time I hit shift like that, it brought up sticky keys, and sticky keys is a bad thing because sticky keys minimizes this window, which last time broke the game and I had to restart, and you got to stare at nothing but that wonderful marble background. So yes, you might recognize this, my nice 3 deep with way too many observers kelp farm. It's fantastic. This is a smaller version. I think this one's only 8 wide? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, so the full one's 15. Technically 14 would technically be its max, because at 15, if this one triggered, this observer would never trigger because it's 16 blocks away, and redstone only goes 15 blocks. That's how that works. Really? Autocomplete, guys. Come on. The game's 20 years old. It's time for autocomplete. Okay, so like I said, you might recognize that. In fact, that's the direction it was built in. So the one thing I want to work on today is, everybody knows the standard smelter, right? Real basic dual smelter system. Let's see. I won't need observers. Probably won't need a water block for this. Let's see. We are looking for, is it miscellaneous? Really? How does one search? There we go. Furnace. It's under decoration blocks. Go figure. So everybody knows this. Obviously you can tell I'm actually relatively new to the creative mode. That was a change that they've implemented in 1.14, where you got to do that. Okay. So we all know this basic quick smelt design. Feeds both furnaces evenly and everything. Pretty standard design. I'm going to use a similar design. The only difference is this is what's going to feed into here. So my kelp farm is going to feed into the to smelt items box, and thus into both furnaces. And when I finish it, the bamboo farm will feed into the fuel. The idea is bamboo grows substantially faster So I want to use it as my fuel source to smelt my kelp, which I can then pipe over to a building. So let's say I want to pipe it over to here. So if you remember my base, the main challenge I have is I'm on a floating island. I can't go down. Down is not an option. So the basic idea is I want my stuff to go there. And unfortunately, this box here is 6 blocks below that. So it would actually be more relevant if we said 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And this would be my floor. Right? So the goal is to get every item that's smelted piped via water line is what I'm going to use into this chest. So here is my goal. That's my target. Okay, so I'm actually going to implement the dropper vader. That is what I'm intending to do. So the question is, I don't want them firing all the time. So if we bring up a dropper, you were to say have a dropper here. Okay. The problem I run into is that block doesn't exist. Which means I can't put anything there. So I can't put my observer or my, not a repeater. What am I thinking about? Comparator. I can't put my comparator output off of that. Because the goal is anytime there's something in it, we fire it. Which means our dropper has to be there. Absolutely has to be there. I need to keep that. I don't actually need pistons right now, weirdly enough. I know, right? Weird. A redstone device that doesn't need pistons. Increase that. On the other hand, it's also really weird that I don't have any redstone in my inventory. I don't need any more furnaces. We're done with furnaces. I will probably need them. You know what? Let's not throw those out. Okay, thanks. Let's grab our furnace and leave that in there as well. Okay. So the goal is to have our hopper clock. There. No. Ah. So that's actually our goal. We have our nice hopper clock. And I can slow it down using this. No big deal. But as you see, we run into a problem. There we go. shorten that up. Try it again. No big deal. Alright, I'm going to destroy that because I need... How does that work? I really should become more familiar with the commands of stone. Grab a whole pile of it. Alright. So that will give us some items. So you've probably figured out my problem here. This is now sitting on the surface. It's very ugly. I don't like ugly. But for now, let's see if we can just get it to work. What do you think? So we do that. The question becomes... when I use my dropper vader, how many of them is this hopper right here going to pick up? So that's what we're testing here. Pretty handy. Huh. It appears like none of them. So that bodes well. Obviously, when I do it in survival, this hopper's not going to be there. I'm going to push it right up against it. So, alright. So now we have another interesting conundrum. Don't you love my conundrums? If we do this, there's two of them. And I would really rather... not have them cross-communicate. Because if I do this, now if I put stuff in this one, they both fire. Which isn't necessarily a terrible thing. Being as generally they're both going to have stuff in them anyway. So the question is, how much do I care? That becomes the imminent question, really. Pardon me, I'm still eating my dinner. So let's assume I don't care. And that's my dropper vader. Right? Yes. So that becomes my dropper vader. Then I can come... Alright, well, how tall it is irrelevant to this build, so... Piss off. Because we're just testing. I can, of course, make it taller or shorter at my leisure. Alright, and then real quick, that's the floor. Go away, you're in my way. That's the floor. We put our chest there, right? Okay. So we should have pretty much all the redstone done, right? Then we can put in our water stream. No. Alright, so see, this is why we pre-plan. Because if the wall is right here, we can't have the box there. Because we won't be able to open it. We can do that. And here's where it gets really cool. The wall is there. The box then kind of hides everything behind it. Okay, so step one is that. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Because then our water stream can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. See, I'm a genius. My counts are amazing. I'm perfect in every way, shape, and form. I never have problems. Except, you know, that water bucket I threw away? My inventory is not big enough. So if we put those in, and put that in, okay. So what we can do now is use some glass to cover here. That was not the right spot for that. not playing weather games. So let's get that put in place. There. Now we have our big tower. Fuel. Bloop. So those should now be running, right? Okay. When that finishes, 2 quick pulses. They scroll down to here. Bam. So I don't know about you, but that looks like it's working to me. Now I think when I do it in my base, it's all going to go straight this way. I think. Do I want to do it that way? No, I kind of like having a short burst and then turning. Just so I can narrow it down to a single wide platform rather than the double. Okay, so that output's going to work pretty much exclusively non-stop. So here's where the interesting part comes. Hopper. Bring a set of hoppers down. A set of chests. Alright. So what we end up doing when we're done here is something like that. And we stair step that down just like that until that one is here. And I want it this way because it may end up backing up and having a lot of kelp in it while they all smelt. And then the bamboo farm sits on the other side, doing the exact same thing into our fuel box. So that twin smelter should have smelted. Yep, all 28 blocks of stone. So that's the smelter. The real question is when I do bamboo. Because when I do bamboo, it's going to be picking up from here. Right? So we need another dropper vader. So we can't bring it down there because we're going to need another hopper clock. So if we bring another dropper, need to keep those. Let's line up that with that. All right. Make a quick dropper clock. Of course, I tossed all the redstone. So a bunch of bamboo breaks. So here's an interesting test. Let's go one extra higher. Sure. Can we do something like that? The question I have is, will that pick it up? Nope. It bounces them all. So what if I did that? So the problem is, it appears to be kind of janky. But they do all eventually make it in. So I don't know about you, but that definitely looks like the world's shortest water stream as our solution. Yeah, see, it's kicking way too many of them out. Nothing's actually making it into the chest. So it looks like we put the chest here. Let me rephrase that. We put the chest here with a hopper. Well, that ended well. guess I'll have to put all that back together. So if we go back and get some packed ice. Put some ice down. Grab that because particles sitting on the ground piss me off. And if I don't repair this now, it will really piss me off. Because when I come back to look at it, it won't work, and I'll get miffed, and, you know, that's not nice. Okay. That looks like it's actually lined up. Let's put it that way and that way. And the reason being, our eventual goal is that. Let's do that for now. So, I think that's ready for a test push. Alright. So, they fire off. It's all captured by that. And they should all bounce through here. Okay, so where did all of it go? We saw it rip through there. It all went into that one chest. Now, why did that happen? It's never happened before. That's really weird. Mm-hmm. I know what's going on. I know exactly what's going on. Because, so, funny story. Iskall had the exact same issue on an episode of Hermitcraft that I watched earlier today. The reason we've never had this problem before is this. Now they're even. So the problem comes with the fact that they're coming into here one item at a time. So all of it will dump into here. Then when this is full, then it will start dumping into here. And the reason this happens is because it sees one item, it distributes one item. Next tick comes, sees one item, it distributes one item. So they're not all in here at once. So the question is, can we lock that reasonably? Okay, so let's come down here real quick. Grab some redstone torches. I don't need that ice anymore. Alright. So let's do something like this. So these should all be locked anyway now. So if I put a comparator there, and then put a stack of stuff in there, we should get what? One output? A single. Okay. What if I put two stacks? It's still just a single. Okay, so the problem I would get eventually anyway. Is it would lock them. There's no real way to tell this has more than that in it. Because 1 and 2 have the exact same outputs. So what I want is I want to see the second one light. The problem is one stack and one item have the exact same output. Yeah, old school rain. Wish it would stop raining. Getting really tired turning it off. So the problem I'm having is this is only putting them in one at a time. Which means this will have the exact same issue. It might back up more. Well, why do we need two? Like, it's legitimately just going to run forever anyway, right? So why do we need two? Why not just run one? I mean, it's literally just going to run without my input all the time as it is. Like, it's not what I want, but it will accomplish the goal. Eat my stuffing and think about it for a minute. I really don't think it'll back up. Like, all the other chests are probably just extraneous. Because I'm not using a zero-tick farm. Since I'm not zero-tick farming, I'm not generating a lot of it at a time. Just every so often I'm generating a small bulk. I think one should be plenty. The only thing we're going to get back up on is over there. Is the spot in my base. Where all the outputs are intentionally meant to back up. I think that will do just fine, actually. That will accomplish every goal that I need. And with this being smaller, out of curiosity, No, because it'd still have to come all the way out to there anyway. But I might be able to shrink it a little bit on the left or right. Right? So if I put... Yeah, it still ticks. And goes over into my base. Yay! Alright. So I think we have a pretty solid idea what we're doing. I'm going to fix this over to the new method as well. Because it's a bit more compact. Alright, so if we do a single hopper, we can literally build a small room around it. And then we can practice our decorating. I think that'll turn out really well. Alright, well, you guys know what that means. It's time to head over to the main world. Put everything we just learned into practice. We did some experimenting. We have diagrams in the creative world. Now it's time to play around here. And being as people have left this chunk loaded. Okay, so nobody's really been on here in this chunk. Wow, I suddenly developed a migraine. Oh. Minecraft will do that to you. No, I need to come in here. I'm going to need that. Some chests, some hoppers. Interestingly enough, I'm going to need 3 hoppers. There we go. Tang. Let's put that there. So what I'm going to need is that going into there, that going into there, and that going into there. Hey, you know what I said about 3 hoppers? I was wrong. I need 6 to prep that. One going to there, one going to there, one going to there. You know what I said about 6? That was also wrong. I need 4. Leave me alone. My brain doesn't work. So all of this is to produce fuel for these. The goal being to produce dried kelp that I can then smelt into, I can craft into dried kelp blocks, which can go in there. And why is that locked? Unlock that. Alright. So with an insanely low amount of iron, let me see what I have in the way of droppers and observers. So I need at least like 30 observers. Like that right there. 15 pistons. Have droppers. There's the repeaters. Pull those out. What do I need? So there's the repeaters. That. I need 3 torches and stone. Would you believe I am out of stone? That should actually be enough for my repeaters. Yep, that should be enough for the comparators. And there's my one furnace. The hopper I'll need. The chest I'll need. I'm gonna need a lot more hoppers. Damn it. I'm alright. I'm not gonna fucking kill myself yet. How much iron do I have left? Not a lot. Let's see, 15. Uh, 18. Yeah, I'm gonna need more hoppers. Several more hoppers. Which means, as I thought, today's adventures in mayhem are going to involve taking Silky here. Taking my silken touch. Get it? Silken touch. Let's go put this over here for a minute. And going mining. These are both actually locked now. Oops. Okay. Am I missing anything that I might actually need? Nope. That means it is time to waste the rest of the night on a mining session. Give me a sec, I'm going to set this back to not full screen mode because I'm going to go join our Discord. And while that happens, I'm going to take a short break and I will return with you shortly. Yeah, this is why I'm not in windowed mode. Protect myself from phantoms while I'm out, and I will be right back. Well, I'm back, but we're waiting on lag. Discord is taking forever to do stuff. Oh, no. No, 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 no. Oh. Oh, God. I need that. I have made a terrible mistake. And now I'm destroying all my stuff. Destroying my beloved fish farm. Let's go rest. While I wait on Discord to figure out how to switch channels. Alright. There we go. There we go. Now I'm in the Discord. And to make things a little nicer on everything, turn full screen back on. Done. Alright. Now I'm in Discord, and Tater can join me if he wants. SD can join me again if he would like. Whatever. Either way, it's time for the Cowabunga Plunge. And I did see that Pabian said something cool. Stronghold around negative 2268. So about 2,000 blocks that way. Alright. Oh, jeez. You know, I said we were going on a mining session. Nobody thought to be like, hey, dumbass, you didn't bring any torches. You should probably grab some torches. That's right. I'm blaming all of you. It's probably your fault. Let's grab a big stack of torches. Keep things organized. You get the dragon, drops Elytra data pack, and double shulker. We'll be ready for some end busting. That's right. We're going to go end busting, and I still have no clean iron. To be fair, I have a hopper problem. I'm still convinced that the hermits have just like massively cranked up the resources on the their server. They probably actually haven't, but damn, they always have so many resources. It's really kind of frustrating. Alright, so.
I went out hunting Enderman the last couple of nights.
Oh, nice. Do that and make sure that's lit. Well, I'm here. I might as well gather this coal as well. Right? That's how that works?
Yep.
I don't really need it, but I'm here. Yeah. And it certainly can't do any harm to grab. The redstone, on the other hand, I'm just going to leave the hell alone. Got more than
that out of here. Got too much of it.
Yeah, I've got more than my fair share of that. On the other hand, I forgot that I last time I dug this tunnel, I dug it because I was looking for stone. So, like, tons of resources still just hanging in the walls.
Oh, I found the stone brick already. All right, I didn't have to search hard.
What? Did you find another one like just right there?
No, I had a rough location because I was following the straight line and then the line turned. So I followed that line and then it shot backwards. So I'm like, you know what? It's around here somewhere. So I dug straight down, decided to do a 180 and dig straight down backwards the way I was digging, and I ran right into it.
Nice. So there's a compass or something, right, that tells you a location of a nearest city or something?
The compass points to spawn, not your bed location, but the game spawn.
Okay, so there is an item that kind of like points towards the nearest fortress, isn't there?
The Eye of Ender. You throw it in the air and it flies towards the nearest fortress.
Okay.
Which is convenient because you need to fill the end portal with them.
Yeah. Doesn't it consume it when you do that though?
No, it's a chance of consuming it.
Oh, okay.
It's probably about 50% chance of losing the eye when you throw it.
So make some extras.
Yeah, if you're gonna go hunt for a fortress, I suggest having like 3 or 4 eyes at least. I mean, that's the minimum before you go.
And we reach the ocean again. I spy.
Yeah.
I spy with my little eye. How did I miss that on the way down?
Well, that's why there was the blocks on the ground. There was a cobblestone slab. I mean, a stone slab on the ground. I was like, why is this here?
Because it's a stairwell. That's 3, 4. And starting my next tunnel. For those watching at home, don't worry, I'm going back after the coal. Just getting the tunnel started. Please stop crying in my ear. There. I'm really tempted to, once I've just dug enough tunnels here, and I'm just tired of digging more tunnels, and just digging every block that I have here out. Like all the walls between my tunnels. Just dig them out and make one giant cavern. Be like, I could put something here. I have no idea what. But something. And once I get these 2 farms done, I think I'm going to go ahead and fire up my work on an iron farm and a village breeder.
This is probably the worst fortress I've ever seen.
Yeah?
It is spawned in a mine shaft, which also has a ravine in it.
Sounds like the one right near us. There's one under Estes Island that we explored yesterday. There's like a partial fortress with a mine shaft and a ravine. I could really use some more iron. I'm so painfully low on iron right now. I'm having one of the most interesting streams ever had. I'm literally just digging a tunnel. I like gourd. Yeah, I spent the first like hour of the stream in my creative world just going over, all right, what am I going to do? How am I going to do it? Making sure all my plans are going to work, and where the trouble spots are that I had to beat out. And
Yep. I don't want to do that in survival. That's annoying.
Yeah, especially since there's a cliff, you know, where I'm gonna build it. There is no down. So if I get like half of it built, and it's a lot of work. Like you figure it's basically the same thing as my kelp farm that I built yesterday, which have taken me an entire day stream basically to build. It's that plus something. So like it's a frick ton of work.
Oh, I found the portal.
You found an end
It
portal?
was, I found the end portal, and I did not have to actually go and dig for it this time.
Oh, nice.
I do have to bridge for it because it's on the other side of the ravine.
Hope you brought obsidian. Is it close or?
Oh, yeah, it's like 8 blocks of bridge you have to make.
No, I meant like, is it close to like your base or our base or?
Oh no, it's the one that I typed out in chat earlier. It's
Oh, okay.
2200, 1300.
Yeah, it's 2,800 blocks that way. But there is an end portal there, so
Yes.
that's cool. I've literally done nothing else in Minecraft thus far. I spent all my time on base building. And just building machines and stuff. Granted, my time is pretty limited during the week. It's that hour drive each way to work, man. Oof. It's killer. And before anyone screams, yes, I realize that was redstone I just covered up. But it was also 3 blocks over, which means it's in the next hallway that I dig. I'll get it. Don't cry. Or in the words of Elvis, don't be cruel. A fool's heart is true. You know what I always found I find kind of weird? That I'm so good with voices, and yet I can't sing worth shit. Like, I can find a tonality and inflection to any voice and just regenerate it. But I couldn't find a tune in a fucking bucket. It's just weird. Oh yeah, found him diamond. Ka-ching, ka-ching, bling, bling.
I just went ahead and destroyed the silverfish spawner because I don't think there's a legitimate use for those in any fashion.
I've never heard of one, and I watch a lot of Hermitcraft. Like, I follow 3 people on the Hermitcraft server who like to build random shit, and I've never heard of a use for it. Though they do tend to still follow the main rule: never destroy a spawner.
Mhm.
I'm like, but there's no use for it. Its only use is to grief your friends by destroying some of the torches when they come in. Are you about to get the achievement at the end?
No, you need 10 eyes to activate this portal, and I only have 4. So,
Okay.
oh, I know where it is now. So
Yeah.
that's something we can work on, unless we want to also find one closer, which I was also considering trying to do.
That is absolutely your choice. I would definitely prefer one closer. But like I said, that's only about 100 blocks in through the nether. So it's not terribly bad. It's not
Yeah,
good
also
by
don't have
any
any
means.
obsidian on me. Or a flint.
Yeah, well, that does put a damper on the idea. Well, that was a productive iron vein. I think it was like 4 iron veins just like collapsed on each other. And then this one. I'm mad that hoppers, as useful as they are, as just amazing as they are, as needed as they are, take 5 friggin' iron apiece.
Yes.
So painful. So much pain. How are you doing, Shadow?
Okay. The building is coming along fairly okay.
Well, I was going to say that if you looked at the render, there's a spruce forest directly east of you.
Directly east.
Yeah, it's across the water a little bit, but it's not that far.
Okay, I think I should put another layer on the main floor because I think the next layer gets some glowstone.
Diggy diggy hole, yep. I did now get more than a stack of iron though, so this has been somewhat productive.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna need to get some oak leaves because I can make.
Shadow, you'd have really enjoyed the first part of my stream.
You streamed?
I'm streaming now.
Oh.
Yeah. You'd have really enjoyed it. It was just me in a creative world going, okay, this is what I want to do. And planning out how to do it. It has dropper vaders and...
Yeah, I almost went and built that zero tick XP farm.
Yeah.
And I'm like, the zero tick on the server might be a bad idea.
So, Iskall actually explained it. Turns out a lot of the zero tick stuff like that doesn't affect the server. It causes almost no problems with the server, actually. The client, on the other hand...
And even if it did cause problems, that's why you install off button.
Yeah. But yeah, like, Iskall had built one, and basically, as he put it, he has no problem with zero tick machines because they don't harm the server. But flame machines scare the shit out of him because they can crash a server. before we start the next round, let me run up and see what kind of wood saplings I have. Since my inventory is pretty much full anyway. Hey, I said it even in the title of my stream. Today was about planning those devices for the bamboo farm and the Auto-Smelter, which can double as that XP farm he was talking about. And resource gathering so that I can actually build them. As turns out, observers are expensive. And I may or may not have made 60 of them.
Oh.
Oh, so there's your problem.
Well, you realize that the kelp farm has 30 of them in it. And the bamboo farm will have another 30.
I'm starting to run into this. I need cobblestone because I have a silk touch pickaxe and that doesn't help.
It's the main one I use is my silk touch, or I'd be more than happy to give them to you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, as you saw the render, it is a giant stone building.
Yeah, it's pretty beefy. Stone there.
But
yeah.
I needed a pet project to keep me occupied, and so I chose a pet project.
Yep. Potato says he needs cobblestone. Says sounds like he needs a potato.
I can always just make a pickaxe and not put silk touch on.
Yeah, but,
Yeah, I mean,
but you
eventually
still want
it's gonna come
efficiency
down to
4 and
that.
unbreaking. All right, I might have a small coal problem.
In which way?
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6.5 stacks of coal ore.
Okay, well, that would be too much today.
Yeah, I have a ton of this, and I'm not really sure if I'm ever actually going to need it.
Oh, I forgot I was going to try to get some obsidian. That's what my current goal was.
We'll start the iron and the gold running. A little munching here. Oh. Restock on torches. Okay, that's running. And I have oak. What was it you needed?
Spruce.
Sorry, I got oak. I think I have one sapling of something else around here somewhere.
Probably got a birch.
Yeah, I think it's like a birch. It's the white one.
Yeah, there's a ton of birch and oak around me, so.
I know when I go to decorate my 2 farms to cover up all the redstone, I've got to have lying around. I'll probably worry about that kind of stuff a little bit more. It does sound like he needs a potato. Someone to come in and just dig randomly with a stone pickaxe forever.
Yes.
His potato has issues with anything more advanced than stone.
Yeah, no, for me, I mean, I would be streaming, but I'm tabbing in and out so frequently
Yeah.
that it would just cause anybody to watch it have a seizure.
Well, so the problem is because I am one of those righteously jackassy people who decides to stream on a laptop over Wi-Fi. I have to run full screen or I get about 10 frames a second.
I mean, I have my work laptop sitting right here next to me.
Nobody just saw me do that. We're gonna.
I didn't.
You ignore the fact that I almost just climbed back in my elevator immediately after jumping off the platform.
Oh, I would have missed it if you didn't bring it up.
Yeah, right? Yeah, except there's people in my stream channel and on YouTube who are going to see this and realize I'm a dick. I'm a dumbass. That's what they're going to realize. Because all of this goes on YouTube. I go in, I clip out some of the beginning, and off we go. Got last Wednesday's and yesterday's episodes up there, and tomorrow I'll put this one up.
How's
Okay,
that?
time to go do something that I really don't want to do, but the design calls for it. 2 diamond blocks.
Ouch. Do me a favor, stay out of my base. Just, I'm not saying you would steal anything. I'm just saying I've got way too much diamond ore sitting around, and I don't want you taking it.
As long as you don't decide that the weaponsmith needs it more than you, because they trade 1-to-1 diamond for emerald.
No. Have you seen my island? It's covered in sugarcane. They will get paper, and they will like it. We'll get paper, and they will like it.
Oh, damn it.
Sweet
You beat me to the bed.
dreams are made of this.
Diamond block. Diamond block. Oh yeah, I need a shit ton more lapis blocks because I cannot have enough of those.
It's true.
I think it calls for. Okay, hold on. Pulling up the ingredients. Says 24 lapis blocks.
Those I might be able to help you with.
I might already just have it.
I don't doubt it. I don't know why I always end up with fortune on my friggin' shovel.
Gotta get more flint.
That's the next data
Excellent.
pack we're putting in. The crafting gravel from flint.
Well, first we have to get a data pack in.
We have a data pack in.
We do? Which one?
That's what the sleeping one is.
Yeah.
Oh.
Honestly, I would still prefer the dragon drops elytra and double shulkers before I care about flint. I did look through all of the data and resource packs that were there, though. On vanilla tweaks, the data packs are really nice. There's a few, like, most of them are kind of meh. They're like, it's nice if you're playing like Hermitcraft does, where you kind of like pick where you want to be, everybody builds their own thing, and that kind of stuff. Or it can be kind of cool to, catch each other's heads from mob drops and that kind of stuff. But other things like the shulker boxes and the elytra can make a huge difference when you have at least a reasonably sized group of people who are active and routinely come up with projects that are like, yeah, I need 30,000 of this item, or 91,000 birch.
Yeah. Wait.
Wait, I know that list. It might have been an exaggeration of a decimal point, but the point remains. Because it definitely said 9,100 birds, not 91,000. If it said 91,000, there'd be a lot bigger issue right about now.
Birch. Yeah. No, I'm just reminded of the giant fucking shrine I made.
Yeah. Yeah, I need 12,000 quartz. Like,
What?
it says it takes 1,200 quartz slabs. What? You're gonna say that again.
But I did finish it.
Yes, you did.
I did cheat it by using white concrete instead of quartz blocks.
It looked just as good, dude. Like, the quartz was just a pretentious ingredient. It's very, very, very rare that the difference will make any impact on the actual design. Okay, does anybody remember? That's what I was looking for. Another block of lapis.
Cobblestone. Okay, so going all the way.
Did you need me to switch to my All Lucky Sevens pickaxe? I do most of my mining with Silken Touch, but I could switch to All Lucky Sevens. Like, if you need cobblestone that bad, because I just walked back upstairs with a full chest of cobblestone.
Well, I just went through 2 double chests of cobblestone.
Yeah,
I need
that'll happen.
roughly... The whole design roughly calls for 2,700 cobblestone.
Oh, that's not bad. That's...
And 9,100 stone bricks.
Yeah, I did see the 9,100 stone bricks. That was the joke I was making.
Know, the foundation called for all stone brick.
That's a lot of smelting.
And the foundation is 5 layers deep. So that's 50 by a 50 by 50 grid. More like maybe 40 by 30. 40 by 30 solid block of stone slabs, stone brick.
Yep. Like, I would offer you some, but unfortunately, I've been hurting for stuff like that too lately.
Oh yeah, no, I don't doubt it.
Because, like you, I kind of just jumped feet first in large ideas and projects, and
then it's just
was
like,
totally not
okay.
prepared for it. It's like, oh, I need cobblestone for that. Oh, well, I've been using a silk touch pickaxe for... damn it. More mining.
Okay, time to make three more iron bricks or iron blocks.
I hate you. Because I'm literally mining right now just for iron.
I've made... This calls for 12 iron blocks.
You know what 12 iron blocks could do for me? That could make me
2,
like 12 hoppers.
3. Okay, I have a stack and a half of iron after making these 3 additional iron blocks.
Yeah, that's what I had before I had to make these hoppers.
And then I have just under a stack of iron ore, just waiting to be smelted.
Nice. I threw a stack of iron ore in the smelter when I went back up to check
It kind
that.
of helps being in the mountains, because I think that helps increase the iron ratio.
It might. Though I've actually found emeralds, so I know I'm digging under mountains.
Get off my property.
I'm molding my way into your rig. I'm right there. I'll start digging up and putting a ladder in place. Like this is mine now. Just build a hut right in the middle of your property.
Damn it, I need another set of rail. Rail is 6 sticks, 1 iron?
Honestly, I don't remember. I know it's a lot more than 1 iron, though. I think it might be 3 sticks, 6 iron. But it gives like 6 rails.
Yeah, you're right. It's 1 stick, 6 iron.
Yeah. If you ever question your recipe...
And it produces 16.
Yeah, it produces a ton, I know that. But if you ever question your recipe, think of the construction of the item you're looking at.
Yeah, it kind of makes sense.
And you can usually get it. And if it seems like it's way too much, they're probably going to give you more than 1. Oh look, and almost a whole nother stack of coal. Gee, I'm glad I got that.
Are you drowning in coal too?
I'm drowning in coal ore. Like, I haven't even bothered to break it down.
Oh, I'm short on food. Okay, time to go raise my my crops. Because
If you need
killing
food.
cattle- I do not have the chicken machine yet.
No, if you need food, I do have a fish farm and have used it relatively extensively. So I may or may not have about 10 or 20 stacks of fish.
Cooked? Not cooked.
It's cooked.
Do you auto cook it?
No. I just dumped it into the chest and let it do its thing. I just got it out of the chest because I didn't want it filling my chests up. Moved it over to into the smoker. Let it cook up real quick.
Good old smokers.
Yep, they do a good job on my kelp. That is the second tunnel we have blasted to the end of. Oh, ow, creak. My everything hurts.
So how went your Dokkan?
I actually
Yeah,
haven't played in
any
a little bit.
Yeah, did you not get any of the new LRs?
I hit that about 2 or 3 times.
Okay, they go away in 7 hours.
Okay.
The
I hit it a
next,
few times, so it
The
was.
next event that they're pulling up is the moment Goku goes Super Saiyan for the first time.
Okay.
That's gonna be the new card. It's a double transformation card.
A double transformation card?
Yeah, so it's base Goku. He turns into Super Saiyan if you're below 30% health after turn 3. And then if you get below 50% health after turn 5, he'll go into a rage state. Which makes you immune to all damage. It's basically giant form.
Interesting.
And it's a dual category lead. It's Namek Saga and Super Saiyan.
Huh. That seems like it might be a reasonable card to actually get. Do you know what type?
Strength.
Strength? Okay. That might be reasonable then. I got some spots on my strength team that I could improve on.
Yeah, and then Final Form Frieza is the counterpart. Is the I'm gonna call it the half lead.
Yeah.
The 120% lead. and it's an AOE unit that seals.
Nice. So it'll just seal a whole team.
Well, it's medium chance to seal, but it hits the whole team.
That's pretty nasty.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything really good in the LR pool that I should really worry about?
Well, you already got like a really, really fucking good one.
Did I?
Your Tech Broly?
Yeah.
Like, that's a new card, and it's really good.
Yeah, it looked really good.
The GT Trio is pretty good.
Okay, I might have one of those.
Yeah, they're considered a really strong LR. Final the Tech Goku and Frieza. It's pretty good.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's. I didn't get that
any
one.
Of the old ones are okay. I mean, they still have LR stats, which is just good.
Yeah, LRs are pretty nasty. Them all coming with that Link skill legendary power is pretty helpful.
Okay, let's see here. Cobblestone. Wall after
How am I
you.
doing? Almost another stack.
And after you.
I'm sure anybody who watches my videos afterwards thinks I'm a neurotic, ridiculous person.
No, just only halfway.
Because I fill in all the spots after I take the ore out.
Stone bricks east. Okay, so
Like, but now it's cleaner. It doesn't look terrible now. Good enough.
stone brick stairs. So,
And I'm gonna have to spend some time in the fish farm while I'm out smoking
okay.
after I wrap stream up. I'm gonna have to spend some time in the fish farm with my pickaxe and my offhand. We'll come back for some of that later. I want to get through these last 6 torches. Yeah, and more than another stack. Like, I'm actually doing pretty well for how much iron I gather on these trips.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, it still takes a minute. Like, I've been doing this probably about an hour now.
Yeah. I kind of wish that there was a way to craft cobblestone from stone. I think that would be a nice thing to do. Kind of like how you do stone brick from stone, that you can just do cobblestone from stone.
Well, you can just lay stone down and break it. This is why there's no crafting option for it.
Well, when you have a silk touch and that's all you got on you.
Well, that seems like a personal problem.
Hell yeah, it is.
It's like a major personal problem. My inventory's full.
I like how it uses regular stone for the bricks that nobody's supposed to see. Except for the foundation, where it's just like, fuck you, stone brick.
Alright, let's get through here. We don't need granite, so go ahead and toss that out. It has no use to us. Unfortunately, bird poop does. The fact that bird poop is actually useful to me pisses me off to no end. And done. It's another 64 torches down the drain.
Brick slab. Isn't that just a stone brick? I don't understand people sometimes.
No, because you make a brick block, and then you can convert that into slabs.
I know, but why is it calling for a double stone brick slab?
That's dumb.
I agree.
It might have something to do with the texture of them, but I thought when you put two of them together, it gave you the same texture.
I'm pretty sure it does, so I think that this was just as they were laying it out. Because it's in the middle of it's a single one, so he probably just put it down and then just slap.
Yeah.
It's my guess. Cobblestone wall goes right there.
Yeah, if anyone ever questions how high I actually am, tell them to get in my elevator. You're just like, man, you're in this a long time. Nice. In the little bit of time I've been up here, I've gotten more than a stack of kelp. Iron, gold, more iron. And go put this stuff away.
Oh no, it's night. Okay, where did I...
Doo-doo-doo. Sweet dreams are made of this.
Okay, so this one is that. That means I stopped there.
Mm-hmm.
I like how I'm literally... I tab out, tab in, place one block, tab out, tab in, place one block. This is my life.
Yep. That's what happens when you follow diagrams.
But you do get some pretty wicked things.
Well, yeah. That's because people like Good Times with friggin' Scar are like, here, this is how you build the perfect volcano. And then he freehands it, and you're like, I hate you. Yeah. One of the recent episodes of Hermitcraft from Iskall that I watched, he was doing a flyby tour of Scar's Island, and I'm just like, I hate him. I hate him so much.
The fact that he can just freehand all this.
Yeah, he just walks up and he's like, and terraformed. What'd you make? Oh, okay. That's the Rocky Mountains. I recognize Mount LeConte. Like, really? Like, he did it so good you recognized a mountain. Yeah. Alright, so let's put that in my hand. Lock. That didn't go over nearly as well as I was hoping. Okay, so... Alright. In the same vein, let's grab some of this kelp. I have kelp in like 4 different places, so I might as well gather all of it.
Cheat this for now because I don't want to go harvest some more. There we go. Oh god.
Alright, I have all my available kelp.
This will feel good once I get this done, but holy fuck, I hate my oh shit. How overzealous sometimes I get.
Yeah, you do tend to pick some pretty large projects. But then, I have nothing to say about that.
Because I get them done.
No, I just have the same problem.
I don't know. I'm trying to think with the 13 server, who had the bigger problem?
Did you see my wobbly tower?
Did you see the ice bridge and the towers I made and the shrine?
Yes. Did you see the fact that I filled in the layers? Every 5 floors with another ring of concrete and another ring of glass.
Okay.
I didn't just do that tower once. I did it 3 times.
However, that was all freehand where you just can go around and stuff. I did 2 things tabbing in and out. Large scale things tabbing in and out. And then I built the fucking ice road.
I don't think you realize that freehand is actually more of a righteous pain in the ass.
Regardless.
Because you change things and question and redo and the fact that you have to tab in and out just means you need to get a second monitor. you won't get sympathy from me on that one. I've got 3 monitors and it's still not enough half the time.
Well, I would still be tabbing out because I would need to break my mouse out from the screen to see what the next block is.
Oh, is that the way it's put together?
Yeah, I have the mouse hover.
That's really crappy.
I mean, they are color coordinated, but the problem is cobble and cobblestone, and cobblestone wall is the same color as stone brick.
Mm-hmm.
And so I have to look and see, and the cobblestone is just a very slightly different color. Like when it's like nether brick rail, I can see that clear as day and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But when I'm working with texturing, it gets really hard.
I can understand that.
Oh, so this is supposed to be a furnace, okay.
In case you guys can't tell, with me turning off full screen, because it's the only way for me to do stuff without crashing the game, I am going to be calling it a night. So, thanks for everyone who came out. Thanks for joining us for the trial stuff in the testing world. And putting up with me through nothing but digging and digging and digging and digging. Oh, and for a change of pace, some more digging. But I think I have enough resources, so next time, so tomorrow night, we will probably get started on the bamboo farm and the auto-smelter, including the dropper vader and the water channels that will take all of the now smelted kelp into my base. So, once again, thanks for coming out. Feel free to catch the rerun of this, so to speak, on YouTube. Name is Lonshi there as well, Longsii. For those of us who are watching this on YouTube, standard, if you like this, hit subscribe, that kind of stuff. Okay, thanks. You all have a good night.